Nino mugugu wabe mikwano munansonyi wabe chinanyiza. Welcome to my YouTube channel. God bless you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, and share my video to all your friends. I believe you'll be blessed. Today, I have another clip that I am giving you about children who are always angry. Like I've always been telling you in my other videos, there are some children who have that spirit of anger. Sometimes that anger is very abnormal, like I told you. That anger can be ancestral, it can be spiritual, it can be out of the upbringing of that child. How do you deal with such a child who is always angry? Everything, however simple, makes him or her very angry. You don't back at such a child. By doing that, you are increasing what is in him. You don't quench fire by using fire. You quench it by using either dust or water or anything else. So even the Bible talks about it, that when you see coals of fire, you have to learn and find a way of cooling it down. So that means that person has high temper. And if you neglect that child, and the child grows up with such an anger, a bitterness will grow. And that child will not be able to survive the conditions of this world. So do not neglect your baby. When the baby is ever crying, that means that is one of the signs and an indicator that that child will be an angry child. When the child grows up and is ever breaking things because he's angry, throwing things because he's angry, shouting and crying and throwing himself down because he's angry, and you neglect, you don't bother, you don't mind about it, you say, that's how the auntie was, that's how my husband is, I think he's following the traits of my ancestors. Such things are very dangerous. It is tricky, but you need to learn how to handle such a child, both spiritually and physically. Physically, do not back at that child. Do not end up beating that child all the time. Do not be bitter all the time. But you have to learn to love the child, so that instead of the other hatred that the child has in his or her heart, that child will develop love. And it will be replaced. The bitterness will be replaced with love. The forgiveness that you give and offer that child will grow. It will multiply. And at a certain moment, he will learn to forgive others. Teach him the good things. Try to speak into his life or her life. Now, if it is a spiritual problem, you have to learn to pray with that child. Teach that child the word of God. Explain to that child and tell him or her that it is very dangerous to be angry like that. You cannot be a father when you are always that angry. You cannot manage a home, you cannot manage a wife, you cannot manage a husband, you cannot manage a business, you cannot manage a church, you cannot manage a ministry, you cannot manage workers. Anywhere you will go when you have that kind of anger. And in most cases, it ends up, most people who have that kind of anger end up killing themselves. That is why you see suicide. They cannot handle, something is overwhelming. It happened to me. Like I've already told you, if you watch my testimony, you will see that I was a very angry child. And whenever I could get angry, I could go to my room and begin thinking about the people who have made me angry. Sometimes it is not the thing they have done to them. It is about what they feel, the side after effect of what they have done. They begin thinking towards that direction. Thinking about the bad things that have happened in your life are the ones that cause that after anger. The person is angry, but is angry even afterwards. The person who does not forgive himself. As parents, we need to grow up our children, mold them, mentor them, groom them into better future husbands, better future managers, better future doctors, better future workers. We are creating a good environment for them as they grow up. And I believe that you and me can do something about our angry children. I've said, pray for them. I've said, teach them the word of God. I've said, love them, excuse me, care for them, and mold them. Be an example. Even you yourself, try and work on yourself so that you are bringing up a child